Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, dear jury, partners, and just friends. Warm welcome to all of you for the final part of our event, during which the teams who worked very intensively during the last 2 days finally will present the outcome of their work. And the jury will have a very difficult task to listen carefully and to determine who will be the winners of that. But before we move to the team speech session, I would like to remind you all that this event won't be possible without our dear partners, friends, and sponsors. And let's not to forget the organization NDPTL, company Cargo Go, LTG Cargo, the organizers of this event, Transport Innovation Association, and many others. Let me present you the jury, which will be evaluating all your work and determine who will go away today with the prizes, which you've seen all on Friday, and I will remind you a little bit later. Our jury, and it's Ulrika Hart, the expert on the FT, and the only lady in our jury today. Yes. Osvaldas Švitra, the CEO of Cargo Go Logistic Group. Paulius Lazauskas, CEO of ITO Group. Gitenis Galkis, venture partner at Superhero Partners. And the chairman of the jury and also the chairman of our Transport Innovation Association and just a digitalization expert, Jurgis Adamavičius. So the criteria of evaluation, you see it all on the screen. So first of all, it's a business or market potential, yes, innovation or technology potential, the strengths of the team, which is very important, impact potential, quality of your pitch, means the presentation, and implementation, means whether you were able to develop any kind of prototype or not. And to remind you again, yes, the winner of the first place will go out today with 2,000 euros in cash, the second place will have 1,000 euro, and the third place, 500 euros. First of all, maybe a few technicalities. Each team will have 5 minutes to present the outcome of their work. And when I say 5 minutes, that's really 5 minutes sharp. If you will not fit into those 5 minutes, we will have to stop you. Yes, so therefore, please really take the time management, because you will see the time passing here on the right. Then after each session, you will have 3 minutes for the Q&A session. So the jury will have a possibility to ask 1 or 2 questions, and you will have to answer them. For that, you will also have 3 minutes. After 6 teams, we will make a short 10 minutes break, and we will continue right after the break. And now, the order of appearance of the teams you can see on the screen, and therefore I'm very welcome on stage the team number 1, Go Swift.
Hello. It seems that I'm the only participant from Estonia. Thank you. But still, I'm not lonely here, just because during this hackathon, we were mostly collaborating with other teams, like you see here with Cargo Sign and Mediafee. And we decided to create some kind of ecosystem consisting of ECMR platform and eFTI platform. And to start with a description of this ecosystem, I will give you a short introduction of GoSwift. What do we have currently? We have different solutions for business to business and business to government, like queue management systems and yard management systems. Also, we have a mobile interface for driver. And due to these solutions, we have an information about driver and carrier, about booking data, and also if driver is using mobile application, we know his or her location. But as you see here, we do not have anything about cargo. And our customers told us that it would be great to have such kind of information also. Well, like I said, our customers who are business or government, they are using our solutions. But as if we are talking about cargo, then some of them have also, oh my God, ERP solution. And cargo is planning there. And our customers would not like to give up using this information, this system. But some of our customers still use Excel tables to manage and plan resources. So if we are talking about ECMR here, our main challenge here is to provide the possibility to forward data to ECMR from all these systems. From our solution, from ERP system, and also it would be great to have user interface on the side of ECMR. And then information will go magically to FTI platform and then forwarded to FTI gate. ECMR platform will be highlighted by a cargo sign, and FTI platform will be highlighted by VTFI. And also during the discussions here in Hackathon, we raised a question, why not to make also intermodal and cross-border things here? But it is currently such a kind of a question for us. Well, also some problems or challenges that we faced here during the hackathon are related, for example, to authorization and permissions management, how to make it more easier, and how not to multiply the amount of accounts for our customers, user accounts for our customers in different ecosystems. Like I previously said, also intermodality and cross-border solutions need some approach. Also, one interesting question was raised was about ECMR data owner. What if the company who is owning the data, who is responsible for archive, will go, for example, bankrupt? And the last but not the least thing is a question: do our customers are our customers ready to give up the paper? Because some of them told us that they are not ready. They still need paper for the drivers, for the driver, for example. And some of them do not believe that this paperless version is a trustworthy thing. Well, this is the last slide of my presentation. I will not read it. It is like a book for all of you. Of course, you know what pros and cons, but I put here a kitty, a cat. I was told that if you see a cat on the screen, that then you will remember the presentation. So I do not have any clothes of a truck driver, but I have kitty. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dear jury, do we have any questions?
Can you tell about your team?
My team. Actually, we came here 3 persons. Me, I'm a development manager in GoSwift. And also Tino was with me previous days. He is a business development manager. And our CEO, Madis, who didn't come here, but he is with us somewhere. And our team also was collaborating, like I told, with CargoSign and NVIDIA, and some bright ideas came from there, and we would like to proceed with them further also.
Any other questions?
Could you please shortly tell us the kind of product? What is your product? Is this a like system, ecosystem?
You mean my product that we are currently using, or we? This. Mm-hmm. Ecosystem which will consist of our existing products and ECMR part that will be created in near future. This will, in my opinion, this will be a standalone part that should also support receiving data from our existing systems and also from ERP, for example. But it still should have also user interface. For the user would be able to fill in the form if they do not have, for example, ERP system, or if they do not use our existing system. And the CCMR part should be able to collaborate with FTI part. So we divided the responsibilities between us.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now I would like to invite the company CargoSign. Welcome on stage, please.
Hello to everyone. So we are CargoSign team. We are from Lithuania, from here. And we came here to present you the challenge number 1, ECMR and FT interoperability. We see our solution made of 2 important steps. So the first one is going from paper to digital to tablets, where we can collect all the data, and later on the second step, we can send it to FT. So today we will present you and show you the first step and the prototype. We were talking about many problems that we can solve in here, but we picked 3 we think were the most important for us, for our prototype. So cost of paper documents, logistics, security and traceability, and real-time data transfer between the systems.
So we didn't build the solution from scratch. We already have a solution which works in other industries and is used for document digitalization and process optimization. So we applied this for the transportation, and the system allows to either use the portal or integrate with other client systems or with some legacy systems. And right now we will show you a demo of the ECMR creation and signing in the app. So you can see the initiation of the ECMR document in the portal. As I mentioned, it can be initiated also via API. So it's the same experience as the paper document. You can have different types like checkboxes and select and so on. So once the ECMR is created, on the right side you can see the app for the driver. So right now the initiated CMR will be sent for the driver, and the driver can proceed with it. So you see on the bottom the consignor signs the CMR, then the carrier signs the CMR, and the document is submitted, stored it in our e-archive, and together with the whole metadata set, which can later be used for the FT integration.
So as mentioned earlier, we saw that there are a lot of problems and challenges in this industry, and our solution can solve many of them and bring many benefits. The key benefits of our solution is that it's FT regulation compliant. It has trace logs that contain all the history of interactions with the ECMR document, and it's also compliant with digital and electronic signature standards. And from our experience, we know that any change in the process and the organization is a real challenge. So we focused on making this transition from paper to digital to be as smooth as possible by simplifying the process, providing paper-like experience for the end users, and adding other additional bonuses for the employees, like gamification or small bonuses that could simplify this transition. That's it.
Thank you very much. It was a great presentation. You are full on time, even saved some for other teams. Dear jury, any questions to a team?
How will you earn money? What's the business? How will you earn money? What's the business potential that you see?
We will be selling the solution for carriers, for the drivers, for the companies.
What is the main issues now at the market? Why we don't have still eCMR?
Colleagues, want to help me? I don't know, probably the main infrastructure to get all the data, to realize it, to handle it, to select and send it and share it safely, of course. Probably this one.
So I could add also from the experience from other industries. So one is the digitalization of the documents. It's pretty, it looks simple just to create PDF from ERP, but under the hood you need the e-archive solution. And as you saw, the ability to edit the data, not only to create once the document, so it's multiple steps.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now I call to the stage, I think, the third team, which collaborated all together, the DFE.
How does it work?
You just press it next.
All right, can you see the screen? Sure. So, hello everyone, my name is Miika. I'm from Team Verify. We're here to present our ONS security thingy that we did for the first challenge. So, Team Verify consists of Jonas, Alexander, and me, and some of you may have seen this one mentor dude called Matti lurking around here somewhere. Try to ignore him, we do that also. So, the bane of every developer's existence, permissions, and how to deal with them in any system. They are a thing that once you start doing it, so they're a thing that no one knows exists if they work, to put it nicely. But every exchange that we do in IT is built on these rules, and on top of these rules we have to act. And if you show me a development team that manages permissions that says that it does it only on humans, I will show you a lot of errors that they do, because there is lots of places where you can go wrong really easily. So what if we could make this a little bit more straightforward? instead of having this relationship that requires a lot of work to make the business relationship successful, we're going to talk a little bit about philosophy. So, in traditional IT interoperability, whenever you integrate one or two or more systems together, you sort of enter a marriage with your other partner in the relationship. Now, what we want to do is, of course, like everyone else, like get the benefits without the what's the word? The responsibilities of the relationship. So, what we have been trying to accomplish here is something of a system that is analogous to a one-night stand. So, for every time you do an operation, you kind of have to negotiate the entire process altogether new, instead of like in a marriage where consent is always there. So, in this system, what we are trying to do is, if you think about it on a conceptual level, basically we have a lock that has as many keyholes in it as there are participants in your transaction. So let's say you are transmitting data from ECMR to EFTI. That's two parties. If you have more, then you will add more locks to that, more keyholes to that lock. And for each transaction, all the keys need to fit. You will get one-time access into that data, and once you have used that one-time access, it's gone forever. If you need to request the data again, there will be a new lock generated, and once again, you will have full control over who gets to see what. We feel that we have tried to reduce some human error, make it a little bit safer, and yeah, let's move on. So we built a prototype of the EFTI platform and the EFTI gate on this hackathon. For the platform, we used IATA's One Record as a starting point because it delivers a lot of goodies for us. For example, like you can find all the data easy, you have a semantic model for the data already in place, and it handles nasty stuff like permissions. For the EFTI gate, we mocked up a prototype based on Fast API, used some custom signatures for the identification process. And one nice thing about this is that with One Record and so on, we kind of dropped the need for indexing in EFTI gate because it comes naturally. So, what is the benefit of having one-night stand except like compared to marriages? For example, number one, since we are developers, we are for ourselves, so less permissions, less work for devs makes them happier. Gate is indexless, the data has a nice structure, the platform is already there, you don't need to start from scratch. I'm going to anger a lot of people and say that you need less consultants, and of course this is cheaper. Next steps, we could decentralize more, do cross-platform stuff, and automatically translate XML messages to JSON-LD, which is the One Record thing. Yeah, consent is cool.
Thank you. Dear jury, do you have any questions to the team?
The main question is, who is your client?
Our client is everyone who wants to join the EFTI platform network, I guess. We kind of came to that boat a little bit late, thinking about the client, since we were thinking about the technology first. Honest answer.
Okay, and what is about the team? Who is making fulfillment of this system? You introduced Matti, we know him, and could you tell about your strengths?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Mika, I have no strengths. I'm the dev team lead, so I'm here to make sure that the dev team is happy. This is Alexander, he is our main backend developer, and Jonas is our full stack expert. And we had also Mr. Lakshmi, but he was sick and couldn't join us. He was also a backend developer. So we were purely a development team.
Thank you.
Can you explain shortly, what's the value proposition for that imagined client? Because I didn't get it. So how would they do it now versus what value your system would create to them?
You can do it if you have a good answer.
I don't know if I've got a good answer, but right now, if you want someone to have a little bit more access to data, you need to go through the whole process of changing permissions. So going to that platform, hiring people, making them do the proper permissions, then the party can access that data, and then you need to remove those permissions. So a lot of work. And with our system, you just ask a different party that have permissions to that data to confirm that the other party that just want to have that one-time permission to get some additional information to confirm it. And you don't need to do the whole round around the server and making changes to permissions, basically.
I could buy that.
Can exist this business without FT?
Well, the security model itself can be transferred to other platforms or other techs as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Was a great presentation. I would like to welcome on stage the team Drinkubator. And I would like those ones who will talk stand here.
All right,
yeah?
That's
Thank
what
you
I
very
expected,
much.
actually. So, all right, guys, nice seeing you all here today. But you know what? Let's talk not about today, okay? Let's talk about the future and the future of intermodal transport. So what do we got there? You see, European Commission set a new target, right? So if the cargo goes more than 300 kilometers on road, right? Then it has to be pushed to the intermodal. So by the end of 2013, it has to, every cargo has to be, 30% of them has to be moved to intermodals. The same goes that by the 2050, it has to be moved even the half of the cargo. So you see, it sounds good, right? Really, but we have a problem. It is very difficult to track, to plan, right? Identify delays and send the live data to the end customer. So imagine if a train is delayed, right? And the second mode of transport is waiting. Yeah, it's let's say it's a truck. So it has to be wait now, and there's a lot of empty hours. The same goes with the third mode of transport, right? And the whole chain is broken. So what do we do now? How to solve this problem? You see, Europe has to look for the solution, or actually has to look for the dream incubator, because we found one. So what did we do? We found a solution that we take, I'm sorry, I will switch it. The problem, right? I'm sorry, I haven't switched it, and now the solution. So we found a solution that we take a lot of multiple sources of information. So at first, we take the data from trucks and trailers, from IoT devices. Yeah? Okay, that's cool. Now, what do we have? We have all the locations of our freight and trucks. So it doesn't say anything about the delays, right? And we have to solve this problem. But Dream Incubator, my team, we found them. So we have to integrate with rail data. Rail data, you see, it's International Union of Railways. The same with the ShipGo. ShipGo for the containers, that's in the ship. So, okay, guys, Oswald, look, we have the data about the locations, right? We have the data about the delays. You know what? That gives us opportunity to plan and replan or all the freight movement. So, okay, look, guys. I know it sounds very difficult maybe to understand, right? But I will try to explain. So I will try to explain the usage of a software. So imagine, train was postponed, right? Okay, now the truck is already coming to that place to take the freight, yeah, the whole trail, and move it to the intermodal terminal. So now it has to wait, right? There's a lot of empty hours. And you know what? Empty hours is empty money. So, Jürgen, remember? We talked yesterday about one push of a button. So we solved it. You push one replan button, and the system finds the nearest truck that is on that's on the long break, right? It has to rest, and now it makes the swap, the trailer swap, and now the system just lets you, use the time for the rest. So that's our solution. But what about the market? Who's the client? You know what? We found out that in Europe, there's over 100,000 companies for logistics. So we have a lot of clients. And all those clients, with all those clients, there are more than 6 million trucks. So we have the market. Oh, yeah. So what's the impact? It will be a lot easier to track, to plan, yeah, to replan all the intermodal trips. As simple as using Google Maps on your phone. Everybody's using, so imagine every logistics company will use Dreamcubator solutions. The second, will not lose your assets. Oh yeah, and they always go somewhere and you cannot see it. But with our solution, in one screen, you can see everything. What else? What else? Less traffic, less traffic on the roads. So less maintaining costs, and so on. So I guess my time is over. We have the impact, and we have the next steps. We just scale our business. That's all. And remember, guys, one screen, one button, one solution, Dreamcubator. Now I would like to invite my team here for the questions and answers.
Thank you, Team Dreamcubator. Dear jury, do you have questions?
Yeah, it was really great presentation, guys, and the idea is really good. So for it to work, you need to connect all the train train platforms, intermodal transport, and logistics companies in the platform in order to work. If only logistics companies would be connected, so it won't work then, right?
Yeah, basically, the benefit comes when you connects everything in the ecosystem. So telematics not enough to do that. Yeah. You need a bit more information, but it's possible to do that.
Yeah. So you would have to really try hard to connect all the companies into your platform.
Yeah, but there is an APIs that already connects the railroads, for example. So then you use those APIs and collect the data. That's already proceed.
Okay, yeah, sounds great, guys. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Who will you charge, if you know how much? And then can you tell what are your team strengths?
So yeah. Basically, we will charge the end truck
user,
the user, truck owners that can easily plan, replan the roads. And that's a feature that it buys already owning their solution. And
talking about the price. So it's going to be a little bit of a higher price than all the other those IoT. I'm sorry, not IoT. Telematics, yeah, I forgot the word. Yeah, because the solution gives you more opportunities. Yeah, so that would be, I guess, a few dollars more. And talking about our strengths in this position that we have, we know a lot of companies, right, from the logistics. We have a lot of experience because my team was working with a lot of projects for this industry, and we know this.
If Europe Union is pushing so hard to make less emission of CO2, Why nobody have done already this platform, such type of?
I guess we're the first one.
No, I think nobody offered a good and usable, user-friendly solution. But we see similar models working very great in the United States. So it is possible. We just need a great solution that our users would likely accept.
Thank you, Team Dreamcubator. You have seen that jury had a lot of questions, so the pitch was successful. And now please welcome on stage the team Cargo Judina Smegenis.
Hello, we are a team from the Lithuania, from LTG Cargo, Lithuanian Railways Group. And we are land, ground transport participants. As you here gathering, many gathering here, all two, it's from the ground transport and know very well that the cross-border is a big challenge and big issue. And in our transport is many cross borders, and even more problems with the border when they're entering to the EU border. And you stopping not in one side, but stopping in both sides. The one side 5 hours if luck, then you go 10 minutes and standing even more. And let's look why it's happening, or consignee waiting for cargo. This is happening for the different law regulations, and no data at all, or poor data quality, or something data is too late. That request many enter data manually, and sometimes authorities ask for the scan document, or worst case, they ask for paper documents. And from our railway transport samples, it's about 60% it's problem with the missing documents. And we not agree with this way, and we wanted to show our app that which will be starting from the sender, from the expeditor in the journey start. This will be data input will be with the logical control for the content and for the file in principle. It will be flexible for all formats. Will be relevant with the classificators and any standards, and will use the modern innovative solutions like RPA, ChatGPT, or SAR. And show makeup of our system. Sender entering data, what he have, readable data, files, any format, it uploading, and then the system checks. Is this file okay? This certificate okay for that country or not okay? If the system see problems from the knowledge base, then it's not okay. He warning you if needed some actions, and if all green light, then let's go. And our system model is based on the United Nations standard 1 CFACT, which is data model MT-RGDM, which will be the main benefit for the main center, for the cloud, for the data hub. And that data will translate data from data to the participants in all other projects, like FTI, customs projects, and STS, it says two which are coming. It will be okay for the trace system and sanction control even, and all requirements of other third countries. And this will be secure system. It will be built for the trust for the client, that it's possible to sign documents in third parties with the trusted third party, for the European Euro Union with the EIDAS requirements, and if possible with blockchain technology. The system will work software as service to that sender, expeditor, and client of this software, this product, our product, will be sender, expeditor, or custom broker on the border. They will, it will help for them to enter data, to collect data, and to convert them to the that requirements, what is needed on the border. And our team is cargo team, which is over there. We built it, 5 of us. One team member was online. We have a big experience in the cross-border issues. We know which flows are cargo flows going. We have experience with the customs authorities on the border. And our goal to do this help for the client. For clients save money. Money in the transport is all. Time is, my colleague said, in transport, time is money, in transport is big money. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for your nice presentation. Dear jury, do we have questions?
Maybe you have information about the volume of the market. How many border crossing now it's happening in the world, daily, hourly?
No, at the moment I don't have to, but it's possible to count it. But it's big volumes. If you look in the road transport and the rail, it's really big volumes, and there is long rows. Not at the moment.
Why do you think this have not been done before?
We think that our idea is to do this with MMT RDM standard data modeling, which not started yet. It's only only starting, and the FT regulation starting too. They are not connected yet, and we think that it's only beginning, and in few 3 years it will be okay, and will be a lot of them.
Who is paying?
We're thinking that it's paying the sender of the cargo or expeditor. For railway business, expeditor is main payer for the whole journey. And we believe that they will be interested to get logical control that it's all done, and will be helpful on the border for custom brokers and other peoples.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now the last team before the break, team from the Baltic line.
Hey. Hello, everyone. Hope you're as excited as we are. We would like to at first say big thank you for whoever and everyone who helped to organize this amazing event. We are Team Baltic Line, and we are here to present our solution to FT and eCMER. Everyone have this problem in their company in one way or another. It's with employees' efficiency. So we also had this problem, and that's what gave us the idea back in 2019 to make our own platform to help optimize and digitalize all this work for our company. So we created our own platform, and that helped us to fully automate the process. Before that, it took around 3 minutes to process one order. Now it's fully automated. We got rid of 4 papers. It made it fully digital and paperless. And the most fun with that is that we managed to do the same amount of orders as we did with 3 managers. Now, so now we can make it with only 1. Sorry. So managers did not have to worry about copying data from papers. They just saved around 50% of their time and eliminated the use of paper. Automated route planning, and we didn't stop there. Clients always had challenges that they faced, and we helped them solve these problems. So, such as receipt of the goods says nobody called us that the goods are arriving. We integrated the call recordings. They said goods were damaged during delivery. We integrated live surveillance cameras so we can check on it, and we had signatures on the tablet, so we didn't have another paper for proof. And COVID came, so we integrated the PIN codes. So basically, in order to make our customers' business more efficient, we kept adding different solutions to their problems all the time, and that kept us, well, it added value for us and our clients. Connection with governmental authorities, IVAS. It's a local kind of FT platform that we are already using. Sorry. We eliminated more paper by creating electronic business trip sheet, which allows use the tablet to sign an assigned business trip. Then we made a connection with IVAS. So first, to do that, we had to create e-delivery node from data that we already had. Then we created separate platform that is connected to IVAS and automatically sends all the data that's needed. With all these solutions, we understood that we already have a platform that has a solution for local ECMR and FT platform, which brings us to our next challenge that we face. Transition to international market. Basically, at this point, we already have created and working solution, both ECMR and FT, just on national level. And ECMR, we have all the necessary tools, full-scale working platform, and data flow. We have full capabilities to test ECMR with live data, and what is left is to get full specification on which data is needed from European Commission. Even if we don't have this information in our system, we can basically get anything because we have a really big platform connections with different service providers. On FT side, after ECMR will be done, we can easily get any data from it to FT platform, and since we'll have both platforms at our own disposal, we can min-max them, easily make changes, and have potential adding new services and make changes if regulatory policy are to change.
Thank you, Team Baltic Line. Thank you. Dear jury.
Are you using your solution just inside your company, or you are selling it for other companies? And if you are selling, what is the pricing model?
Currently, we are not selling it at this moment. What we have plans to make it as a subscription or something. We're planning to sell it.
And what kind of the pricing could be? Monthly, yearly, and by truck, by driver?
We had this idea, and our plan was to make it with a platform that is working currently right now. So the thoughts were to pay per order that is processed. Yeah. So because some may have more, some may have less.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, you are providing a TMS and telematics all in one, is it?
We created TMS, but we made the connections with our service providers, with telematics, with everything. So we got all the data back to us. So we have everything at our place. Yeah,
yeah, but that's the TMS, right? This is only the TMS at the moment.
Yeah, we call it TMS, DMS. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
And on top of that, the added values, the ECMR and EFT.
Yeah, because we made delivery nodes electronical, so it's local CMR. So it just the data that needs to be changed that is needed for FT, and to do that, it's really easy.
Are you planning to integrate telematics into it?
Yeah, we thought about this. We can use telematics to maybe count CO2 because it could count kilometers, then count the CO2 emission per the order that needs to deliver from like point A to point B. It's not really hard.
Yeah, if you're going to add all these three components, so yeah, good luck with that, guys. Great idea.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, dear teams. And first of all, I would like to thank all the teams that you're really keeping your time, because only doing that allows you this short 10 minutes break before we come to the session of the next 6 teams. And if you manage to see that from the jury, one of the main questions that all of you receive is, who is going to pay for that? Yeah, so for the teams which are upcoming, have an answer to that question before. And now 10 minutes break, and please do it sharp and come back right after. Thank you. Welcome back after the short break, and I would like to invite on stage the team from the CargoGo.
Hello, everyone. We are CargoGo team. Our chosen problem is CO2 reduction and calculation. So the purpose of we named it the Green Fleet as a CO2 calculator is to empower trucking companies to effectively measure, monitor, and reduce their carbon emissions, fostering sustainable growth and driving positive environment change. And problem is coming regulations to comply CO2 emissions, as we know, till 2025. So as you can see, the transport market is quite big. So it has a big potential. Next. And we found 3 main part of solutions. So to reduce CO2, the first one is to optimize the route. Second, to digitalize and digitalization and telematic systems. And third is eco-driving. So route optimization, the main to make a route from point A to point B with less empty kilometers. The second, to choose a route from point A to point B with less CO2 emission. And optimize driver rest and maintenance services routes. Digitalization and telematic systems. So telematics can optimize transport routes to minimize travel time, distance, and fuel consumption. By using data analytics, we can optimize the use of transport vehicles and reduce the number of empty trips. And new features and tools can be integrated into telematic systems easily. The one more solution, eco-driving. So we have an eco platform where we can look for a driver efficient statistic and can analyze to make significant decisions. Education of drivers has big efficient to reduce CO2 emissions. So we have a motivation system, we have a leaderboard which can, where drivers can compete with each others, like in a game, and that motivate them to be not to be the last. Features for CO2 calculation. So in the next few slides, we're gonna show some of our made changes in telematics system, how it could calculate lowest emission route with alternatives, and we can offer customers to choose more efficient route to deliver the goods, details of CO2 emission for trip in order for customer, and tool for automatic CO2 report to customer about last trip with all details of CO2 emissions. So here you can see the short movie about changes in our telematic systems, which takes a simple maths formula where we can make a route from point A to point B and see how much emission per selected route it will be, and alternative routes for that delivery in emission. And if you, how could you know? Every truck manufacturer has a different CO2 emission rate, so it automatically take every truck, if it will be a MAN, DAF, Mercedes or Volvo, it will be a different emission per selected route. And we can offer our customers the lowest emission per that route delivery. Impact of CO2 reduction, so emission reduction, regulatory compliance, enhanced reputation, and employee engagement. So our next steps is a pilot program, a pilot feature inside our organization, and we're gonna, after some of feedback, we're gonna make it in production.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
our team.
Yeah. Dear jury, questions?
Do you see your solution like a plugin or additional solution? Because like you showed us, it's like it seems more like plugin.
At the moment, it's more like a plugin inside the organization, but we will see where it could drive us.
After that, it can become a tool which we can plug in each of telematic system.
Yeah, because plugin is a different type of sales.
Yeah,
it's less like what we heard about yesterday, I think, from Remigius Vaišė. Okay, CO2 is now its most important thing. I don't know it's the price or CO2 emission is now ruling the rules of our transport. Do you think that the clients are ready to pay more because like you calculated roads, so CO2 emission is less, but what is about the price?
Yeah, we are not set at the price and how it would work for sales, but I think the clients are ready to pay extra for delivering cargo with a green way, and they can compete each other, like we said, and the drivers competing.
If there are any possibilities to make this CO2 certification on that emission, like calculate, because now it's more important things. Everybody is now calculating these CO2 certificates.
Yeah, I think it would look like after the client choose a more efficient, more green way to deliver the cargo, he would ask us like a report or certificate, yeah, that he was delivering the cargo with a green way, and yeah, we could think about that, how it would work.
Okay.
Dennis, maybe your favorite question?
My favorite question then maybe who in the organization today has this as a priority?
Mostly transport and logistics company which uses their telematic system.
No, but in the organization, like people are working, organization itself doesn't have priority. So who in the organization as a person has this as a KPI to track, monitor, and how do they do it today? And how much would you make their life easier?
How do you think? That's the most point of driver management department who watch the eco driving of drivers and what you could watch who watch emission too, because every driver with the lowest or higher skills of driving will directly have an impact to the CO2 emission.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Cargo Go team. I would like to invite to the stage the team LogDocs. And if you could stay here, the ones who talk. Just a week.
Hello. Hello, everyone. So we are Team LogDocs, and throughout this hackathon, we've been tackling the intermodal logistics challenge. So, so over the course of this hackathon, we've been talking with people from LTG Cargo, and we learned that their clients have to place orders and send the CMR documents via email. And then the LTG Cargo staff have to manually input the data from these emails to spreadsheets, which is, inefficient and error-prone. So, furthermore, to get information about the freight status, the clients have to directly call LTG Cargo, and then LTG Cargo has to contact, people in the terminals.
So yeah, this is basically how their ordering system currently looks like. It's just an Excel spreadsheet that just like sent through via email, and that's like the whole process. So as you can understand, it's like really inefficient, and as Jonas mentioned, it's really error prone. So what we are suggesting, a simple web application that will automate all the order placements and also the CMR document management processes for LTG Cargo's customers. So customers will be able to use this application to place orders and upload their CMR documents, which will be automatically processed and entered into LTG's Cargo database. And this will save time and also will reduce errors, and also because it will validate data. So also LTG's Cargo customers will be able to manage their orders through the same system, see their status, and all other relevant metadata. And also, the same system will be able to generate CMIs from the supplied CMRs by their customers. So this system will have like 3 key stakeholders. So the first one is, of course, the LTG Cargo itself, as it will get the CMI generation and invoice generation. The second main stakeholder is the LTG customers, which will be able to use this system to just place and manage their orders to the LTG Cargo. And the third stakeholder is the train terminal operator, which will just update the status of the train when it arrives to the certain terminal.
So obviously our main client is LTG Cargo, but also indirectly all the trucking companies that use their services. So we already spoke with a representative from Lantana, which is one of the biggest, I think, the major clients of LTG Cargo, and they expressed interest in using such a system to replace, the emailing documents. Right, so basically LTG Cargo loads 8 trains a week and spends approximately 3 hours just filling all the documents. So that's 24 hours a week being spent just copying information to spreadsheets. Furthermore, there's basically a full-time job relaying the freight status information from terminals to customers, which works like something like a terminal in Poland calls LTG Cargo to inform that the train has arrived, and then some person from LTG Cargo has to email or call like Lantana, let's say, to inform that their freight is already in that Polish terminal. If they would use this application, assuming they pay minimum wage, that would already be north of 16,000 euros worth of savings per year just for LTG Cargo. And considering that they also have subsidiaries in Poland and Germany, we believe that the savings would be quite substantial.
So what are our next steps? So we also, as we mentioned before, plan to integrate automated billing to generate all the invoices from the selected CMIs, and also to make our platform EFTI compliant. In the future, we will make an integration so that all the ECMRs, that we will get all the ECMRs with the EFTI platform.
Thank you. Dear jury.
Why you?
So yeah, let's go ahead, Jonas.
Yeah, so our team, there's unfortunately one of our teammates is missing. He's a data engineer, but we've had an experience working together for over 7 years. So we've won World Robotics Championship, we participated in numerous hackathons, and have very good interoperability, have skill sets that include basically software and data engineering. So that's why we believe we are very well suited to tackle this challenge.
How much would it cost to build the system?
Yeah, so basically it's like three of us, 3 developers. So we do not plan to charge a lot for the system itself, but we plan in the future to make money from the support of the system or future developments. So yeah, we are actually kind of in the talks with the LTG Cargo, and we are currently discussing the price itself for the software.
How you was calculating the 16,000 savings? Because I think it's a very small number for LTG Cargo. I think you're missing 1 0 maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it's a giant company, but we just were basing off of these, just conservative figures. So, basically 1.5, like 60 something hours per week, which, like in Lithuania's minimum wage, like 840 euros. Yeah, that's 16K per year.
I guess we just want to start by tackling small problems first, just one by one. And we will see what are the challenges will arise.
If there are no more questions, thanks a lot. And looks like LTG Cargo has 2 teams today here on the stage. So, and the next team, it's Hack for Linava.
Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you again after a long time. Thanks, Linava, for inviting me to their team today. Yeah, so in this hackathon, we're not trying to resolve all the problems in the world, right? So we just chose one, the most hot topic, which is very, very important at the moment. Intermodality is a big issue, and we narrowed our scope for transportation from Lithuania to Kazakhstan, just to solve this hackathon. this was the route, very actual, the most cost-effective route transportation. But as you may know from the next week, for the half of nomenclature projects, it's going to be over because due to the sanctions. And this is the new route, which is 2 times longer and 2 times more expensive. And we try to have a look at what could be done. And so while Lithuania to Kazakhstan, we have pretty much data from Linava, 35,000 transportation operations a year, 750K tons of cargo moved, which is the value €1 billion. Unfair advantage, why we chose this one, because of Linava's very good connections with the Trasika, which is the transport corridor Europe, Caspian and Asia, basically uniting the railway operators, International Road Union, and Trans-Caspian International Transport Route, which is the very, very hot topic at the moment, as being very much promoted by many, many countries. So we tried, and while using intermodal transportation, it doesn't only save the costings, but also reduces CO2 emissions and eliminates the cost. So I'll give the mic to our PhD.
Okay, so I will try to make a quick presentation. We did a small proof of concept over the last couple of days. So this is this application which is now running. Anybody can go and try it. Behind the scenes, it's using machine learning, specifically convex optimization, to find most optimal route depending on parameters which we set up. We pre-calculated a couple of routes. So as just was described in this presentation, because Russia is closed, you can go using that route. Most optimal route, according to our application, is calculated. This was quite a bit slow loading. Let's refresh it. Most optimal now is to go the ferry. The map is not loading. So it should be Black Sea here, and it's going via Black Sea and ferry. Let's go try to another route. In another route, it's maybe let's give it a bit time. Just internet slow. This one route is going via actually Russia, which is we want to avoid now. And the third route calculated, again as example, goes via Turkey. So this model, depending on parameters which you choose, can select most optimal. It can select using if it's CO2 more important or something else is more important, depending really for your customer needs. It will behind the scenes calculate that route. And for smaller routes, it will use traffic for trucks API, and for others, for shipping routes, for train routes, it will use our pre-calculated settings. So probably let's go back to the presentation. So yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Andres. And yeah. Architecture?
I can again briefly describe architecture. It's cloud-based Azure. We have a couple models here, i.e. routing, machine learning component, couple feeds which will be live updating information about traffic information or what situation on the borders, and a possibility to use as a web interface or use as API. As well as it can be sold as a product. We can give it to customers as a standalone product, which they can install on their own cloud system.
Many features. I'm sorry, we're running out of time. Basically, what I wanted to finally show you, this is the actual result. So earlier, Vilnius-Moscow-Aktau route, I mean, from our partners, they claim that the cost is about 5K. Vilnius-Istanbul-Aktau route, like costing the new route, using only road transportation and ferry, the cost is estimated at 6.9K. And if we're using container road transportation and some railway, you know, we were able, like during the weekend, you know, just from very preliminary information, to decrease the costing to 5.5K.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you. Does the jury has a question?
There was numbers about the road. It was just from Lithuania to Kazakhstan, yes?
Yeah, we chose just one route, you know, and not solving all the
No,
problems.
route is okay, but the traffic is, I think, all the Europe now needs some connection to this area.
Sorry, what do you mean?
I mean the capacity is much more higher.
Oh yeah, that could be replicated. Of course, we didn't take you know, data from Germany because we have Linava, so we took the licenses. How many real trips has been happened last year? You know.
So your main clients are product owners or hauliers who can...
Shippers.
Shippers.
Yeah.
But we also can solve this product to other companies which can integrate in the platforms. And this is not only, okay, we show here Kazakhstan, but you can use that solution for anything in Europe. You can, because it's a very generic solution to find best optimal route based on multiple customizable conditions.
So if you find one route, how frequently you will change it?
Okay, so first of all, it depends on the time. Because in that route, you have days when, for example, port is open, closed, because ship is not traveling every day, and you have to deliver goods on some specific day. So even depending on timing, route can be different. As well, with conditions on borders, there is issues with, for example, trains, issues with a port, queues. Everything can be dynamically updated, and you will get a different route. So an aim is to get a system which, like every day, gives you what is the best route today.
Okay, and not to leave to make decision for the drivers. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, please. The team Saptera, welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone. Challenge number 5, and during this event we came up with an idea for digital logistics, and well, basically we'll introduce everything with the video.
Lucas, Logistics Unified Cargo Automation System. 12 things Lucas wants you to remember about him. 1. Lucas enables borderless dynamic custom journey. 2. Lucas is providing real-time visibility into the cargo journey logistics processes. 3. Lucas not disrupt other business, he integrate them and co-create an end-to-end solution. 4. Lucas help ensure supply chain transparency, sustainability, automation, security, and optimization. 5. Lucas is pioneering aims to improve the intermodality and resilience of carrier network. 6. Lucas is unique combination of platformic integration and open source technology. 7. Lucas connects logistics companies with cargo shippers and carriers by freight forwarders to community. 8. Lucas can help to you and your transport deliver cargo to unknown destination under uncertainty. 9. Lucas engage with road trip guardians via AGI Assistant and his cloud platform ecosystem. 10. Lucas receive and provide feedback to the client on his platform. 11. Lucas is sustainable logistic modular integration platform operating environment. 12. Lucas is pay-as-you-go dynamic cloud query system with subscriptions, membership, and revenue offers.
The Logistics Unified Cargo Automation System, also known as Lucas, is a sophisticated technology-driven solution designed to streamline cargo logistics and supply chain management and governance. All participants will be connected: recipient, sender, control authority, and carrier. The solution uses a combination of advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the Internet of Things (IoT) to track cargo in real time, analyze data, and provide insights. Cloud-based solutions will be used to store and manage large amounts of data generated by IoT devices, AI and ML models, and other components of the system. Blockchain technology for security and transparency of data in the LUKAS. The unique value proposition of LUKAS is its comprehensive approach to addressing the various challenges and inefficiencies in the logistics industry. By leveraging advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, blockchain, and distributed systems, LUKAS aims to streamline and optimize the entire logistics supply chain from end to end. LUKAS enables borderless dynamic custom journey. We launch a live system as a confirmation that the architectural solution presented by us can be implemented. We show 4 nodes that are connected to a cluster. States, businesses, regions, and other systems could be connected on the same principle. There would be an exchange of data that would ensure interoperability. This platform has the ability to connect edge computing via Open API. LUKAS is sustainable logistic modular integration platform operating environment. This cluster runs on newest ARM64 CPU architecture, which is more greener and cost-effective. LUKAS integrates data from multiple sources, including IoT sensors, GPS trackers, and ERP systems, into a unified platform. In order to determine the cost structure for LUKAS, it would be necessary to analyze the specific costs associated with developing and operating the system, as well as the costs associated with sales and marketing. It would also be important to consider the revenue model and pricing strategy, as these factors would influence the cost structure.
And now, as you see, we managed to pull a bare-bones system to prove that it's possible to do this distributed cloud architecture. This is where FT is here. Our specification and system modelers. Dimo.
We launch a...
And your questions.
Thank you.
We will answer your our questions. You or your lady. Who will answer the questions of the jury? You or your lady from the screen?
Lady is not prepared today. So
okay, but maybe ChatGPT could answer.
Our team.
Okay. How long you are in the logistic vertical, guys?
We have a diverse background from developing and engineering. I know the logistic, I mean a chain, how it works, and from my colleagues also. So we are not at the moment in logistic. We just came here to that event and decided to come up with solution just for digitalizing everything. That's our idea, and bare-bone system as a proof that it's done.
I'm sorry, for 20 years in European Union system development, from the Circa DB to the Eurostat, Eurocom, and other systems for critical infrastructure like the GINT.
I'm sorry, I think you should fire the lady. I didn't understand anything except the trendy word. So whose problem are you solving and what problem?
Okay, let me answer. So problem is to bring intermodal platform for Challenge 5 that are including FT and distributed cloud for the regional advancement. Also with logistic parks connected with transport meshes and local transport components of different specialization.
So is it government's problem or is it?
I will tell. Thank you. So let a little chat about the lady. Lady said 12 points that was prepared by presentation on the business canvas, and all the information was given to it to present this information as strictly clear as it's possible. Now I'm speaking about the solution. It's for government, for carriers, for suppliers, and also for freighting companies.
And who's paying?
Sender, receiver, authority. As mentioned here, Actually, it's per generated data. It will be easier to understand, but also from data analytics and etc. It also can be subscription model. But I see the easiest way, maybe you are generating eCRM, pay for that. And it can be it costs who pays for the cargo or incorporated, let's say, euro or two for a logistic company.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Saptere. And now the team Europe Wales.
Hello everyone, my name is Kestutis and I'm representing Europe Wales today, truck drivers exchange platform, and next to me my head of sales Arthur. So our team backstory is that our CEO came from real estate industry. Generally we have a problem in Europe with trucking, so the main thing is that around 400,000 truck drivers are still missing in Europe at this moment, and 80% of the time trucks stays parked for 11 or more hours. So only 20% of trucks are currently fully in use in Europe. And we also have 500,000 trucks in general in Europe that just not use it at all at the moment. They just stays in the garage. So let's meet Hans. So Hans is a truck company owner in Germany. He has 40 trucks. In general, his truck downtime is 5%, and 70% of his time trucks are used ineffectively. And also, he's lacking 20% of truck drivers. And if we check his business, he generally makes no visible profit. So our solution is to create this platform, which gonna give you 50 truck driver exchange sites on Germany, where each driver can drive maximum of 2 on 4.5 hours. And the process which we are suggesting is that in that exchange site, the new driver takes a 45% break and keeps driving the same truck. So the truck gets fully in use. And this solution makes truck fully loaded, like it's used all the time, plus everyone makes fair money finally. Our growth goals, because we're just starting in Baltics, is to run with 70 drivers within 6 months in Baltic region, and in 12 months we would expect to have 500 drivers and start working in Baltics and Germany. Expected revenue within 6 months is 14,000, and the end of goal of 12 months is 100,000 euros revenue in a month. Current market size of the latest research is for truck industry is 42.9 billion, and by 2030, industry size is supposed to be growing till 66 billions, and we expect to have 2% market share of this market. Impact, what we're expecting to have at this business is after 5 years, our business is supposed to help to save 11 million tons of CO2. This mostly calculated during truck emission and each truck emission for a whole year. It's also going to create additional 300,000 works for independent trucking drivers in Europe, and we're going to be making 60 million in revenue each month for the company, and that will end up by paying up additional 570 million in salaries for European workers. At the moment, we working in Baltics, well, starting in Baltics, and next steps, of course, Germany, and then after that goes well, UK probably be the third. In our team, we have a lawyer. We also have Arthur. We have me as a software architect. Lucas Augusta as developer and project manager, and we have Andrus as a CEO. He is welcome to answer any additional or meeting in person you after this event. And that's probably it from us. So as we hear, Kazakhstan is a problem for someone. For us, it's not.
Thank you for your great presentation. I think jury has questions.
Guys, I want to come back to the idea where you change drivers. So you choose parking places like truck stops, and you change drivers, but you change within the same company, or any other company could change drivers?
Well, it's like a Volt or whatever independent app. You just there is insurance things, like we cover some parts of insurance, but like the casco insurance for his truck or something is covered by him. But in general, a driver just pick up his phone and seeing that there is a nearby ability to take the truck and to drive with this cargo, and he goes to that location because it's not far from his home, because the maximum time he will be driving is 4.5 hours. That's it.
Yeah, it's just to understand. So one driver picks a trailer, and then he drives to the parking place, and then he leaves the trailer.
Yep.
And then the other driver from the other company carries on.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's going to be independent, but yes, that's how it's going to be happening.
But
there will be transfer document. He will have to give and sign the document to the current driver that everything is okay, and maybe take pictures or something like that. But it's like 45 minutes break where to.
And then how that part where the revenue shares and splits to other companies, because if one company takes the load to deliver, then they know how much they will earn for that load. But if they stop and give it to some other company, so how they will share the profit?
Well, they just give us trucks. In general, we asking just a cut of like 200 per driver. So we giving you drivers, and you giving like your route, what you need to deliver, and pretty much you can give your cargo. So they will decide the amount they want to spend on this route. We just giving you the ability to utilize your truck fully, meaning that if you're using your own company driver, it's gonna be having the same 11 hours of waiting time. With us, you're gonna have extra 100,000 miles per year on your truck.
Okay, it will be interesting to hear in more detail, because at the moment I'm still doubting how it will work, how it would work for our company. Okay, so but the idea is really good. Thank you, guys.
And you said that you are working in Baltics. Do you have your product in the market? It's live?
There is 300 drivers ready to start working in Baltics within 2 weeks, as our CEO said. So it's pre-launch phase.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Really great presentation. And now, last but not the least, and it's very interesting because that team assembled here in Hackathon. They came together, they get together, they solved some problems, and now welcome on stage Truck Hack.
So, trusted data exchange ecosystem. So Adam was kicked off from Paradise since he used no trusted data. Yeah, as it was mentioned, we formed our team, but despite that, we have almost 100 years of professional experience joined. So we are not new ones. And what is more interesting is Anastasia. She is from Ukraine, so Slava Ukraine. So a problem. Sanctions. Is a carrier within sanctions list? Delivery. How many containers out of these 15,000 arrived in port are from trusted sources? Could you imagine in 2 hours to check 15,000 container sources? From where could we trust? Regulations. Could various certificates attached to shipment, like carbon border adjustment, country of origin, and etc., could be trusted? Manual checking is huge costs. Trusted data. Could we trust the received data? Could we verify data authenticity? So the problem that now everything is paper-based, and checking is manual by humans. So we're addressing these and much more problems. With our solution is to create trusted data exchange ecosystem, not platforms as we know. And here we hear today a lot of information to create platforms from our colleagues here. So platforms lock users. And sometimes users need to connect to 2 or more platforms to get services they need. And this is a problem. And our solution to exchange data ecosystem is exactly opposite, to make it life much more simple, rather to stick to one platform. So anyone who is trusted could supply data into ecosystem, and any who is trusted could consume data. So we solve the main problem, cross-border data exchange. And impact, of course, it's a buzzword, but sustainable can't be not digital. So digital means sustainable. Target audience, of course, all members of supply chain. Suppliers, shippers, even customs, even tax authorities, even associations could be part of this. And even our competitors' separate platforms, which we created, other teams today created a couple of platforms, could be part of this ecosystem as well. Acquisition strategy. Its key driver is added value as services. If you propose on the market for this ecosystem, it's a little bit different word, not marketplace, but valuable services for market players, they will buy your services. So this is a key point. But of course, for faster data processing by machine without human involvement, various platforms interconnections, especially for intermodal tracking of your shipment, not different platforms to connect, but to see consolidated information on your side about your shipment. Various trusted databases for intermodal, what I mentioned, and as well to create new revenue channels. Competition. As I mentioned, this platform-based approach is limited, because to connect 20 platforms, it's impossible. Theoretically, it's possible, but practically, based on my personal experience, it's not achievable through API connections. It becomes spaghetti, which is not manageable and not efficient. Not ensure a data transfer across borders outside or in a very narrow field. And of course, competing platforms, as I mentioned, could connect to our ecosystem as well. Monetization. So data suppliers, if you provide valuable information, you will have bigger chance of getting more consumers who will need such info. So it means if you propose in this ecosystem and data consumers, and yeah, we need stronger partner. So
thank you.
Trusted exchange.
Dear jury,
when I am in this logistic business for more than 20 years, every time we are talking about all these data exchange platforms. And main problem is that nobody gonna pay for that. So let's come back once again to this slide. You are thinking that it can be paid by
data consumers. So because I could give you an example, we have a lot of companies who are supplying goods tracking services. Let's say on the market we could found 5 maybe services. So they could put into ecosystem their services, their pricing, and suppliers could select best one. For example, some suppliers didn't cover Asia, some maybe suppliers cover Europe, and for maybe LT Cargo need Europe and Asia. So our ecosystem could collect this data without API integration and we could trust this data. We could guarantee that this data coming from particular sensors, and they will have their own view. And if they're happy with the service, they will pay for the service.
You catched me because I want to ask about this IP integration, because this is the main problem. So you are telling without that. So how the data will come into your database?
Every ecosystem user will need only one API connection to our gateway, and they could communicate with 10,000 or 10,000 data suppliers who are connected to our gateway as well. Only one API connection. This is relatively new specification, new technology, and yeah, so this is solving this API spaghetti problem.
Okay, good luck. That's it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, thank you to all the teams. Your job is done. You can relax now. I can't say that about the jury, because now for the jury, that's the most important 30 minutes. They will get together, they will discuss. Hopefully they will not fight. And in 30 minutes, they will present our winners. And in the meantime, enjoy some coffee, enjoy some snacks, yeah, and have a rest. See you all in 30 minutes. Welcome back. So, and now it is a time, basically, for what you spent here the last 3 days. I've been in a jury room. It was hot. And therefore, I want to invite Jurgis on the stage. He will say a few words about how the debates have been happening.
It's like all times. We have to get both together on one stage. It's not so easy to talk in not my native language, and it's not so easy things, because we all are in a good way to solve very big problems or to change our world, like I told on Friday evening, that we would like to, that our kids will have better planet that we have, or not to live worse like it was before. So first of all, what I would like to say, that my first of all thing what I have to solve in a jury room, that we have some jury members who are involved in one on another company. So I'm very happy to announce that these guys was so polite from the beginning, that they was not counting like Osvaldas. It's about Cargo Go and Paulus from Cargo Sign, because you see that big team is involved in Ito company who's managing Paulus. So they suspended the votes on these two companies. This was first big thing to solve. Second thing for us was to, to understand and to put our main votes, yes, I should tell. So I will not keep this from you. So Arturas, please, let's start our inauguration, or how we will call this, because it was very, very important decisions for us, and I think that we made it right.
I'm sure you did. I will start from the third place. And as I told, there was really hot in the room, and therefore the winner of the third place will be a bit of a mystery for you, because it's the company Cargo. And we decided that the third place goes to two teams, and it's Cargo Sign and Cargo Go. I welcome the teams on stage, please. And don't worry, we will not share the price. Each of you will benefit from what was promised. Big applause. Thank you. Maybe. That's a good question.
Thank you. We are from Cargo Sign team, and we are very thankful for this award. We want to split it in some way. We want to keep the experience that we had, that we got here, the contacts for ourselves, and we wish to donate our part to Ukraine.
Wow, that's a team spirit. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you for the teams. Yeah, and I would like to invite now Osvaldas on the stage. It will be also very interesting.
Your idea to... One second, I'll be filmed in a minute, so I'll wait. Okay, so your idea to solve the cross-border problems and to save huge amount of time, huge amount of natural resources and human resources is brilliant. So I welcome, again, Cargo, Judinas Smegenis team to win the second award. Thank you, guys.
It's, of course, we came here to try to win, but as we saw on Friday, such good teams, we didn't expect that. And wow, thank you very much. Thank you for this hackathon. It's very, very nice experience. It was very interesting, and we believe that we'll repeat this, and our product will go. Team, please, one word. Few words.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Can you please come a bit closer for the photo? Yeah. So that a bit closer more. Yeah. Thank you. And now, Jurgi, the stage is yours.
Will you
Someone
give me
wants to hear who is the winner, right?
I thought that we will keep in hands cash, but Asta, you promised. Then we came to this idea to organize hackathon. We thought that we will find solutions. But then the team which is participating in hackathon finds out that they already have the knowledges, the idea, the software, and of course the traffic. It's something amazing. So I would like to invite on the stage Baltic Line, which gave a solution for
we are really in shock because this is actually the first event like this where we attending. International level also. We really did not expect to win, at least first place, but we're really glad that we made something that actually working, and you saw that, and we have a proof of it. I think we have some future in it, actually.
So now it's your issue to share it with the market, of course.
So, we're almost there. I just wanted to say that the whole teams which were participating today but did not went on stage for the first, second, or the third prize, you will be kindly invited to the 5th time Transport Innovation Forum somewhere in the autumn this year, and Transport Innovation Association will invite all of you there. So thank you again for your participation. So the forum came to an end. I want to thank all participants. I want to thank sponsors. I want to thank organizers, mentors, challenge owners, and all the volunteers, the nice cozy place, Tech City, which invited us here. Every one of you. I think that's the first time, but definitely not the last time we invite you all. And let's meet probably already next year. Thank you, everybody. And now the networking time outside.